Skye Squad, we are back in the building and we got a little tea this morning, okay? So we're talking Real Housewives of New York City. Man, this is one of, or well, it used to be one of the powerhouse franchises in the Real Housewives universe, okay? Like, let me tell y'all something. There are some epic seasons of the Real Housewives of New York. And in its last season, Real Housewives of New York season 13, we had our first Black cast member by the name of Ebony K. Williams, who I've interviewed on the channel, who happens to be amazing. And they also had a friend of by the name of Bershawn Shaw, who I also know, who is also amazing. Now, as you guys may know, Real Housewives of New York is currently on a major hiatus after the final season didn't even have a reunion. After so much turmoil, like issues regarding race, like there was a lot of backlash with that last season. And so what the network decided to do was they decided to split the cast in two, right? So they were going to have the Real Housewives Legacy show as well as a reboot of the actual Real Housewives of New York City with all new cast members. Now, at the time, it was sort of rumored that they may be bringing somebody in, like maybe a Leah or an Ebony from the previous season to kind of skew a little bit younger for the reboot. Then it was also rumored that they were going to be just axing everybody and starting fresh with a brand new diverse group of women to really reflect the New York of today, okay? And then a lot of the ladies from previous seasons would maybe go over to the Legacy show. Now let's get into the Remy Ma of it all, okay? Because apparently Remy Ma, from who a lot of you guys may know, okay, not only rap superstar, not only hip hop legend, not only former Love and Hip Hop New York star, also married to Papoose, been married for years, Black love, Black excellence. She was recommended allegedly by Ebony K. Williams several months ago for casting, suggesting that she would be a great addition to the show. Now, here is the thing. So I saw this on Freddie O. I also saw this on TMZ, was the original source, okay? So here's the gotcha though. The deal fell through, okay? Here's what happened. TMZ is told that the casting team had a virtual chat with Remy and the conversation went real good, okay? But y'all never gonna believe the roadblock that they hit. Now, Remy was born in the Bronx, but here's the gotcha. She lives in New Jersey full time, okay? Here's the thing. Now, let me get into what they said first. They said the sources say that she used to have an apartment in Midtown Manhattan, but she doesn't anymore. And at the time she was recommended to casting, it was believed she had ties to New York. Okay. So, you know, while Bravo is kind of loose on like whether you have to be a wife or not, they really want you to live in the city. Okay. In the city. Mostly because they also have a franchise called Real Housewives of New Jersey, right? So it would not make sense, right? But a lot of people would argue that, well, not all these ladies live in Beverly Hills, okay? From what we know, Kyle and Dorit live in Encino, okay? I think that the Pretty Mess, when she came in, she lived in, it starts with a P, out there in Cali. I can't even remember what it is. Lord forgive me. But what y'all get what I'm saying. Like, even in Potomac, not all the ladies live in Potomac. They live in surrounding areas. So a lot of people are wondering, like, why is this a big thing? And so here's the thing. Because at the end of the day, Remy does a lot of work in New York City. She was on Love and Hip Hop New York. I guess with this, they just really want to make that distinction that you live and breathe in the city, right? It's interesting to me. I don't know. For me, I guess we would have been renting a little spot or something like that. I know you can't find nothing in New York that cheap, but y'all know what I'm saying. I would have probably spent the money to have something there. A lot of those ladies do that because some of those ladies don't even live there no more. Some of them live in the Hamptons. Luann didn't live in New York City for a period of time either. So in my mind, there's a workaround around that because I know some of these reality TV stars, and y'all know it as well, don't always live in the city in which they are filming the show. Okay, they may be renting a house there. Production may put them up there, but at the end of the day, I felt like if y'all really wanted to cast her, this shouldn't be the roadblock. You know what I'm saying? But again, I also feel like this. I don't really know if I want big names for these shows anymore because I feel like big names don't always bring the big drama. You know what I'm saying? I like, the ladies from Salt Lake City, the ladies from Potomac. The reason why those two shows are so popping is not only do they have dynamic casting, but they have people that we did not know before. So these ladies can come on this show and they can act all the way up because don't nobody know them yet, right? People are still getting to know them and they're becoming household names, kind of like what we saw with Nene Leakes back in the day, right? But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Remy Ma for New York City didn't work out, but I want to know what y'all think anyway. All right, let us know in the chatterization down below what your thoughts are about this. Do you need to live in the precise city that the show is filming, or should concessions be made for dynamic casting because we've seen a precedent for this sort of thing to happen before? I.e., again, not every woman lives directly in the city of Atlanta that is on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Not every woman who is on Potomac lives in Potomac, which is really the zip code, the city, the area that you really want to focus on because that's the highfalutin area. But if you got dynamic casting like what we have, the ladies, as you guys can see from Potomac, live all throughout Virginia and Maryland and things of that nature. The same goes for Orange County. The same goes for Beverly Hills. You know what I'm saying? The same goes for, I would even say, Salt Lake City, because to my understanding from what we saw on the show, Meredith doesn't even live in Salt Lake City either. She lives in Park City, which is still in Utah, but because the casting is right, it still works out. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section down below. Should it be just true to the city itself? Or again, with dynamic casting, would you be here for this type of, for Remy Ma carrying on in New York City on the Real Housewives? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.